Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Georgi. Today I'm going to show you a few more useful tricks when working with Eloquent in Laravel. As usual, for the purpose of this video, I have my test database with the following tables: developers, and every developer has a name, an email, a company, a tech expertise, a date of birth, registration date, year of experience, ID career start integer field which is empty at the moment, and if the email is verified. I also have a donation table which contains multiple records per developer, including their developer ID, the amount, and the node connected to this donation. The first methods I want to show you today are the increment and the decrement methods. The query builder provides a convenient method for incrementing or decrementing the value of a given column. Let's try. Let's take the first donation from our table. Donation first. We have a donation with amount of 65.86. So let's try to increment this. We can say donation increment, pass the column that we want to increment, in our case amount, and run it. And let's after this display the donation. If we run it, we see that it was increased from 65 to 66. If we run it once more, it increased again. So what the increment method does is it increases our column by 1 and it saves the record in our database. We can also provide a second argument to the method to specify the amount by which we want to increment. For example, we can say increment amount 10. This will increment it with 10. So now when refresh, it belongs 77 instead of 67. In Laravel, there is also a decrement method. Decrement method works exactly the opposite way as incrementing, and it's useful when you want to decrease some value. Decrement amount by 10, it's 67, or if we do not provide any parameter as a second one, it will just decrement by 1 by default. The next thing I want to show you today is the fresh and the refresh methods. Let's take one of our developer find 150 Agnes Dickey. Now let's also load this donation, load donations, and now we have all of the donation of this developer. In our case, this is just one donation. Now let's also change some data. Developer name equals to full bar. Run, and if we display the developer now, it has the full bar as a not changed attribute to the class. If we now do new developer equals developer, and we display the new developer name, we'll see that the new developer has name of full bar. However, if we display the full developer, we can see the object, it still has the full bar. However, we can also do developer fresh. What this will do, it will create a fresh new instance of the developer and pass it to our new developer variable. For refresh, we see the changes are no longer in there. What we notice is that after the fresh method, we do no longer have our loaded relationship. So if instead of fresh we use refresh, this will pick up a fresh instance of the method and all of its loaded relationship. So the difference when using fresh and refresh is that when using fresh, it will give you a fresh instance of the developer without any loaded relationship, and when you do refresh, it will refresh a fresh instance of everything including the loaded relationships. The last thing we will talk today is about accessors and mutators in Eloquent. What is an accessor? An accessor is a customized attribute added to the model. Let's take our developer for example. We have a date of birth, and what if we want to have an attribute to the model that can display easily the age of the developer? We can say public function get age attribute. The syntax is you add the word get in front, then the name of the attribute, and then the keyword attribute. And we will add return this date of birth, and because this is casted to date, we can just say age from the carbon. And now if we go and say developer, let's pick one, return 20, we'll see our developer is born in 2001, and we can just directly access this attribute by developer age, and we have 20 years old. So you can add as many as you want custom attributes to your model and return the data in the way that you need it. With mutators in Laravel, you can customize what it gets saved to the database after a certain value it's passed to your model. Let's take an example. Public function set email attribute will add the value, and then inside we'll say this attributes email equals, we want to make sure on every save the email is always saved in lowercase, so we will say sutra to lower value. In this way, no matter what value we put when setting our email, it will always be lower cases. Let's check it out. Developer find 2, and let's change his email with something like email equals to some random uppercase lowercase string at gmail.com, and let's do developer save, and let's see what it's got saved in the database. As you can see, the email is lowercase. Another thing you can use mutator for is to do custom action. Let's see how we can do this. For example, let's say our public function, and let's say a new mutator for our field years of experience. So set years of experience with capital letter and attribute, and we'll add the value, and then besides setting the attribute years of experience, we also want to say when it was the career start. So we can add this attribute careers attributes career start is equal to now minus subyear the years of experience, which will be the value, and then we can say year, or just format to year. And when we do this, when we set the years of experience, we will automatically also set our IT career start. Let's check it out. Developer, and let's also add the developer years of experience 15. Save, and if we save it, you will see that the IT career start is automatically set to 2006. So with mutators in Laravel, you can transform your Eloquent attribute values while they're being set. You can define new mutator by saying set, the name of the mutator and an attribute. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you can subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to get notified when I post the next video. See you next time.